Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is May the 17th. It's a Monday. It's National Pack Rat Day today. Not Rat Pack, which is cool. Pack Rat is me. I kind of squirrel away.
You kind of do.
Yeah, Heidi's like, can you
that
tell?
That drives me nuts.
Can you tell which half of the office is John's? Because I have junk fall off the side of my desk. National Cherry Cobbler Day. National Graduation Tassel Day. Did you keep your graduation tassel?
I did, and I believe I still have it, actually.
I don't know where mine is, but I don't know if I even kept it. National Walnut Day and National Idaho Day. So all of those things happening. And it's a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Sarahdrew. I'm really excited to visit with Sarah. She was in one of our favorite movies. It's called Mom's Night Out. It's just really fun. Such a fun movie with Sean Astin. She's the mom from Mom's Night Out.
Yeah.
But she's also been in a bunch of other stuff. There's this little show, I don't know if you ever heard of it, called Grey's Anatomy. Oh, yeah, that. A bunch of other things. And she's got a new program. It's called Cruel Summer. And she is in an episode, like her big episode is tomorrow. So going to chat with her all about it today.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A new survey reveals that Americans are turning to salads more than ever to avoid gaining their COVID-15. Why do they call it COVID-15? Shouldn't they be calling it COVID-19? Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that make more sense? Anyway, apparently 2,000 Americans filled out a survey. 73% of them have indicated that they are dedicating themselves to a better daily routine, including healthy habits, getting more sleep, 55%, eating healthier, 53%, and working out more, 47%. And I mean to do all of those things, and I typically don't.
We're getting
a
little better.
A new poll, 2/3 of Americans say social media platforms are tearing us apart. Do you think?
I agree.
And this survey is just weird. I don't even know why you would ask this. A survey, 1 in 3 people would rather lose a finger than their high-speed internet connection.
Wow.
So would you no internet, or you want me to just cut off a finger?
Oh, gosh, no.
Yeah, I would rather just keep my fingers.
I would rather keep my fingers.
It's a bad idea. It's surveys
Good Lord.
and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. We mentioned this story last week, but now the rest of the story. A manager in Minnesota at a movie theater was selling cocaine hidden inside of bags in popcorn.
Yeah, we did.
39-year-old Jamie Lynn Henniker was named in a criminal complaint charging her with narcotic sales. She's the manager of a place called a Spotlight Theater, Mankato, Minnesota. If convicted, she could face 20 years in prison,
Yikes.
up to $250,000 fine. She was a target of the Minnesota River Valley Drug Task Force probe. Investigators reportedly knew through previous investigations that she worked at a theater and that the sale of cocaine typically took place behind the theater in the alley or in the theater in a popcorn container. Wow. So anyway, they got $100 worth of cocaine.
So it's not like she was just slipping this to random...
No, like you had to pay for it. So
Right, okay.
Anyway, she got herself in a whole lot of trouble. That is such a bizarre story, but that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Mickey Rourke referred to Marvel movies as, well, I'm not going to say what he said, but not a good thing, in a recent Instagram post.
I want to know what he said.
I'll tell you off the air, but I'm not going to say it on radio. It's weird, though, because he's actually in a Marvel movie. He was Ivan Vanko in Marvel's Iron Man 2. And he gave it a giant thumbs down. We'll just say that. Wendy Williams was seen tearing it up in the unveiling of her new wax figure at Madame Tussauds. How do you say it? Tussauds? Tussauds?
I have no idea.
The wax
I want a
museum
wax
place.
figure.
Do you want one?
I do.
I'm afraid I would not want to see what my wax figure would look like. They're like, we need another truckload of wax. And Seth Rogen says he is no longer working with his longtime collaborator, James Franco. There were some sexual misconduct allegations, and Seth was like, yeah, you know what? We're just not going to work together anymore. So, all right. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. If you're planning on grilling out this summer, here's a tip from Men's Health. Do not use water to squirt out flare-ups. Ooh, really?
Oh, you just did, just the other day.
Mother's Day, we were grilling, and I had a big fire going.
You certainly did.
Sources say it could create a burn, it could create burn-causing steam. Okay, so that's why, because you could get...
Sure. What do they
even worse,
recommend?
it can also damage the finish on your grill. How is that worse? If you get hurt, that's probably worse than the finish on your grill.
Well, it
Men's
depends on
Health
how much
says,
your grill is.
to avoid flare-ups altogether, trim the fat from the meat and cook with the lid on the grill. Okay,
but if you get a fire, how should you put it out?
put it out with water and not listen to Men's Health. Just kidding. Don't do that. A tiger was recently spotted on the loose in Houston.
Whoa!
A man pointed to what appeared to be a gun. There was a man pointing what appeared to be a gun at the wild animal. Luckily, in the video footage, the tiger seemed pretty harmless. The big cat with a collar was roaming around a residential area about 8 p.m. when an unidentified, apparently armed man yelled at another man to take the tiger inside. Nobody was injured in the video.
So this is someone's pet.
Apparently, and another guy with a gun was saying, "Get the tiger inside."
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know exactly what's going on in Houston, but I got a feeling there's going to be some people checking into this. COVID-19 ravages in India, and we talked about this the other day. The doctors in India had to put out a report saying, do not use cow feces to treat COVID-19. And I was asking on the air, I was going, are they eating this? Are they rubbing it on? So I have the story here now. So some had taken to rubbing cow feces and cow urine on their bodies to fight the virus.
Oh, good
Doctors
Lord.
warn that's not helping, so stop doing that. But at least it's better than what I was thinking, because I'm like, are they thinking that if you eat this? So, I don't know. Yucky. Don't do that. Don't know anything about dog feces, though, so somebody try that and get back to me. No, don't try that either. Any feces, don't do that. It's a bad idea. It's today's Scoop of the Day, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
It's a Movie Star Monday, and our guest today is Sarah Drew. You might know her from Grey's Anatomy. You might know her from one of our favorite movies, Mom's Night Out. Or you might know her from a program that she's on right now on Freeform. It's called Cruel Summer. Ms. Sarah Drew, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am absolutely fantastic. Excited to chat with you. Like I had mentioned, we're big fans of the movie Mom's Night Out. And for anybody that hasn't seen that, you got to check it out. It's a great, great movie. But you've been on a bunch of other movies and TV shows. And when you're out and about, what is it people know you for the most?
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy is definitely the one that most people know me from, for sure. I think part of that is also because people keep discovering it, especially during this pandemic. So many people have just encountered it and started binging it because it's the perfect show to watch during a pandemic. You never run out of episodes.
It's been going a long time, hasn't it?
Yes. They just wrapped season 17.
Holy cow. And your new project, Cruel Summer, is on Freeform. Tell me a little bit about Cruel Summer.
Yes, The Cruel Summer is a psychological thriller, and it follows the two lives, these two teenage girls, and it spans over 1993, 94, and 95. And it kind of time jumps one day in each of those years for each episode. So you're constantly jumping back and forth between these years. And I play the mother of Jeanette, who in 93 is sort of an awkward, wallflower, shy girl. In 94, she's the queen bee. And in 95, she is the town pariah, and there's a lawsuit against her, and everything has fallen apart. So you're trying to figure out what happened in these 3 different years, over the span of these 3 years, to put her in this situation. And you're constantly shifting perspective between her and this other girl, Kate Wallace, who is the queen bee in 93, and then goes missing in 94, and then in 95 is trying to recover from the trauma. So it's very interesting. You're constantly shifting your alliances.
That's really cool. And tomorrow, the episode that's on tomorrow night is kind of a pivotal episode. It's like a really important episode to see, isn't it?
Yes. So a lot of different things have been leading up to this moment in the Turner family. The main thing being that my character, Cindy, is pretty convinced that her daughter, Jeanette, has been lying about something pretty big, and it's causing a ton of friction in their family. And for Cindy, the whole town is sort of turned on the Turner family. And for Cindy, success equals having a successful family, and appearances are everything. So it's a pretty devastating situation for Cindy Turner.
And again, that is the episode that's going to be on tomorrow night on Freeform. And for people who maybe haven't been following along and they want to get all caught up, there's a way to do that online somewhere as well, isn't there?
You can actually watch the first 5 episodes on Hulu. It airs on Freeform and then drops the next day on Hulu.
Very cool. Isn't it cool, the technology today? You just click a button and you can see dang near anything, can't you?
I know. It's pretty amazing.
Now, you've had a chance to do projects on television, like we talked about Grey's Anatomy, and this program from Freeform and goes over to Hulu, but you've also done movies. Do you prefer one over the other, doing the big screen or the small screen, or kind of the same for you?
Yeah, they're a different experience. I think movies, the benefit of doing a movie is that you have your entire character arc right in front of you on the page, so you know how to play the whole journey from beginning, middle to end. And I always find that doing a movie feels like going to summer camp. It's just a fun little, you create your own little microcosm, your own little family, and then it's done, and then you move on. There's something really lovely about that. What I love about television is that the writers can continue to surprise you and have your characters go in all these different directions that you don't expect, and then you're on your toes a bit more. And also just having the sheer amount of time to tell a story feels almost more layered and more human. Like you can tell a more nuanced story about a person when you just have more time to tell it.
Absolutely. I wish we had more time, but I know you've got more calls to do. Thank you so much for chatting with us today, Sarah.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Again, our guest today has been sarahdrew on this Movie Star Monday from Mom's Night Out, from Grey's Anatomy, from a bunch of other stuff, and her new project, Cruel Summer, on Freeform. Tomorrow night, big pivotal episode. If you'd like to get caught up, you can do that now on Hulu. I've got a link to all of the info in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It says you have a nail in your body. Ha ha ha. You don't really, though. Let me explain. The components, for one. Iron is an important nutrient that is in your body. It helps your red blood cells carry oxygen, which is necessary for producing energy throughout your body. And that's why an iron deficiency can present itself with feelings of exhaustion, Heidi.
I know.
Yeah, Heidi's got low iron, and she's exhausted quite often. Amazingly, a healthy adult has 3 grams of iron. If you could pull all that out and turn it into something, you could put a nail about 3 inches long. You could make that out of that iron that's in your body. So they're saying
Probably not me.
Hers probably more like an inch, 1 inch nail. So I don't know. That's really interesting. That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Mexico. Mexican authorities discovered a 650-foot tunnel built by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
Oh.
This was in Tijuana. And it was right across the street from the National Guard base. El Chapo easily got away with wheeling and dealing for so long, and it made the Mexican authorities look like fools. But part of it was he had this tunnel, so it wasn't like you flip open a lid right out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It was from one building to another.
Wow.
So it was like from inside this building to inside that building. So that's how they get. Not this kind of tunnel.
Well, no, not for doing that, but I want tunnels. I'd love to have a tunnel from a building to a building. That's pretty sweet.
Where's Heidi? She's going to the garage. Why did she go in the basement? She's got a secret tunnel. All right, this is RadioTravelGroup.com's news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Mother's Day. It was a little over a week ago now, but somebody had an interesting Mother's Day. 43-year-old woman was tased in the neck by her son on Mother's Day.
Oh, my.
He was upset because he couldn't find his phone.
Oh, my gosh. He did it on purpose?
Yeah, 22-year-old Andrew Peterson tased his mother in her home, 45 miles west of Madison. It says the tasing happened because he couldn't find his phone. He was getting ready to leave with his 20-year-old girlfriend and their child, and he was looking for his phone. He couldn't find it. He tased his mother over that. He also was arrested for allegedly punching Peterson's mother in the face during the confrontation.
Oh, my gosh.
No, that was the girlfriend that did that. The girlfriend punched her in the face. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to tase you. My girlfriend's going to punch you in the face. So they both got arrested. Bad idea. I just don't know.
Does he live there? Because he wouldn't be much longer if that was my house.
Probably just visiting from the sounds of it. But yeah,
gross.
He's got a new place to stay now. They're both in jail for a little bit. That is today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. Bizarre story from Norfolk. It says here, a bus driver was arrested for having a loaded gun on a bus.
Oh.
So, very bizarre story here. 65-year-old David Tripp works for a bus company hired by the school district. A parent called the police to report students found a gun on the bus. He told police, well, what they found was a pellet gun. And they said, where is it? He goes, well, I tossed it into the woods. So they went there and looked for it a little bit. They didn't find it. But guess what they did find?
A gun at his house?
Yeah, they found a real gun. And it was at his house. Heidi knows because I already told her this story. One of the people in charge here said, I've known this guy for a long time. He's a longtime resident. I'm upset that he would do this. Now, what they are saying is the gun fell out of his pocket when he was cleaning the bus before he picked the kids up.
And he probably has one in case somebody tries to mess with those kids so that he can protect the children.
But because it fell out of his pocket and he didn't realize that, now he's getting it seized. They're taking the gun.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And he's got several charges, including reckless endangerment of a child. So not a good thing. It is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Talking Stick, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, good Lord.
Is it a golf course or
I'm
is
going to
it
say that's a
rehab?
rehab center.
Oh, man. No, it's not.
No
It's a golf
way.
course. Yeah, it's a golf course. Talking Stick is a golf course. And for those of you who got that right,
Who would name a golf course talking stick?
I don't know, the Talking Stick Golf Course Company. I don't know. I don't make these up. I just read them. That is how we play. And you just destroyed. You had such a nice streak. You were like
I did.
3 or 4 days in a row. I don't know what it was. This is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I think this is just kind of fun. Here's a headline. Special education teacher surprises student on his birthday dressed as a unicorn. So this is really kind of fun. A special ed teacher in California surprised a student during this young man's birthday with a birthday drive-by. Pete and Allison Halverson planned a car parade for their son, Luke, for his 10th birthday. All of the cars rolled past, and then a dancing unicorn strutted down the street. Pete cranked up the song one more time from Luke's favorite movie, Trolls World Tour, and this unicorn danced in the street, and Luke watched from the lawn and danced along as well. Inside the inflatable costume was Meadows Elementary School teacher Heather Tuttle, also known as the Unicorn Teacher. She decorates her classroom with unicorns, gives unicorn gifts, even lets students dictate her next hair color as she changes her color often. She says a lot of our kids don't fit the typical mold, so it's a good message for them that it's okay to be different and be proud of who they are. And this teacher looks like a fun lady. She says it takes a special person to choose that line of work. Mrs. Tuttle puts special in special education year-round. That's what the kid's dad said.
Oh, that's nice.
I just try to connect with students in whatever way I can, Mrs. Tuttle added. So there's video and there's photos here of this. It's really kind of fun. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.